Tehan,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks so much for joining today. So, everyone, this is Tehan Davis. He is one of, he is our gaffer in our, on all of our film projects for the System Trilogy. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, he also was gaffer on our short film, and he acted in two of the films in our trilogy. Yeah, so first, although a lot of people watching are filmmakers, some people don't know what a gaffer is.
Oh,
So like 2 years ago, I didn't even know what a gaffer was. So
mhm.
if you could let us know what does a gaffer do? What's their role on set?
So the gaffer is basically the chief lighting designer. They work directly under the DP, the director of photography. They before I get a little bit too more into the depth of the gaffer, but they are in charge of the overall lighting design and shaping the light to desires. Lighting department is generally broken up into two categories: the electrics who handle the lights, and the grips who support structures and shape the lights. And the gaffer is kind of the head of both of those departments.
Okay. Awesome. Well, what um how did you get into gaffing? Is that a word, gaffing?
Oh yeah, it's gaffing.
And why
Uh,
is it important on set?
I mean, lighting is everything. Honestly, it sets mood and tone. It brings out the best qualities of our skin tones. It's just as important as angle. I'm not really at the best angle right now, but I don't really give a crap. However, if I because of good lighting, it's not too bad. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, so lighting is really important to how the perception and the feel of the overall film is.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh, was the question how I got into it?
Yeah.
How I got into it? I was a PA. I started as a PA. Honestly, it was to me it was the easiest way to move up, get paid, and learn a dope skill. For me, that was just like it was either G&E or art department. I like G&E. It's fun too. It's very satisfying.
Okay. Awesome. So you knew you wanted to work on a film set
Yeah.
in some way. Okay. And for people who listening who don't know what a PA is, it stands for production assistant.
Hmm.
And so our feature length film, Mr. Advocate, which releases this summer in July, is about a teacher who's trying to have an AI show at his school, and he faces challenges from the principal and other characters at the school. And so Tehan plays one of the dads. There's a group at the school with dads, and Tehan is an actor as well as a comedian. So, Tehan, can you tell us about your experience playing the dad character and just you know your time on set?
My time on set was a blast. It was like a very nice island in the middle of a storm for me. So it was just like a place where I could be really calm. For playing the dad character specifically, one thing I just kind of loved about it was, I'm happy I don't have kids right now. I'll be honest. However, because I want kids, I am still worried about our children and how they're being taught and educated. So it was allowing me to kind of tap into that space that I knew I'd eventually be in, further down the line. And it's like, the more I think about like, how the school system can drain out creativity and just like how we interact with our schools. And I think you said like, they weren't getting enough recess and just how important that is as well. It was nice to be able to tap into those emotions.
Mhm. Okay. And have you had acting experience before?
Yes. This would be my first credited acting in a feature role, but I've acted in one feature before this.
Okay, awesome. You did an amazing job, Tehan.
Thank you.
Obviously as a gaffer, but also acting. And you know the scene that I'm talking about where I was so like your character made me, I was sad on set. Like I got really sad because of the emotions that he showed with how the dad felt at the school. Because this is he's with a group of dads who are coming to the school trying to be involved, trying to advocate for the kids, and then something happens in the film, and Tehan's expression captured it perfectly. It is so sad. So I hope
Thank
it hurt. It really, like, because remember, I don't know if you remember, but I touched my chest. I don't know if
I
you.
remember the scene. I mean, first of all, we need to, because we didn't really get to we didn't get the party at the after party, so I forget the brother's name, but he was a phenomenal actor as well. So it was just a great give and take for that scene. I think it was just a beautiful scene, and I think it's like at that moment we're all kind of culminating where we were going in that, like it's like we're on this roller coaster, and then we kind of like felt the damage of the roller coaster crashing, if that makes sense. I don't know. It was like in that moment. So it was just it was a very powerful moment. I really appreciate just giving me the opportunity to express during that moment.
Yeah, and thank you for double dipping, playing two roles on the set, having to take off your Gaffer hat and become a character in
Yeah,
the middle. Yeah.
that I'm surprised how good I am at that. Even I'm kind of like, yeah, I did do that. It was really just like glasses on, glasses off.
Yeah. I mean, and beforehand you had to prepare your team to know, when you
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
Shout out to Jamari Arkey Grip as well, just for taking over on those days. Just amazing, phenomenal dude.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Jamari. Much respect. It's a whole team effort, and you guys killed it every time. So thank you. Truly grateful. Um, how did you prepare for the dad role though? If there's anything, or even not just this dad role, I've also seen Tehan perform. Was it the Berkeley Black Repertory Theater?
Yeah.
And there was a play. So I guess with any acting role, is there a specific way that you prepare for the character?
Um, I am I'm still figuring out my process, but I'm kind of like having my training again. I start with two things usually, one or two things. I start with the internal energy of the character, or I focus on the voice of the character. Um, from those two, I kind of um start more embodying that, and then it's like your script, and then it's like also luckily I have some improv training, so I'm very once I've locked in the energy and the voice, and it's like, and then I have my improv training, I can start listening to the other actor, because I'm prepared, and I think those moments like help me get into character.
Hmm. Yeah, it shows because I don't even think I gave you a note to do what you did in that scene. Um, with BZ who plays the security guard, you did something and it was perfect, but I think you just ad-libbed that, right? Because I don't
Mhm.
remember. Yeah. Yeah, it was perfect.
Was that, did I ad lib that? I think I did.
I think so.
I think that.
Yeah. Because I think we had different takes and it wasn't something we needed to land better.
Hmm.
And you just did that on your own. And I was like, yeah, that's it. The
Thank you.
disappointment that the dad felt, like I could feel it. And that's how some parents and staff even feel. So it was really powerful. Yeah.
Thank you. Um,
Yeah.
no,
Go
I'm
ahead.
really proud of just that moment, and just like having that opportunity. I was not. It was such a fortunate blessing. It's just one of those, like, to all those people coming out there. Like, I'm so grateful that Stacey, discovered and saw that in me while I was on her set, because I was doing stand up, and I was making jokes on set, but I'm glad Stacey saw that in me and gave me that opportunity. Thank you so much. And I'm saying Stacey like you ain't there, but I'm saying it to the audience.
Yeah. No.
I appreciate it.
Yes, it's same. So let's go back to talking about gaffing, and what, like, is there a workflow that you like to have with directors? Because I noticed on our set, you, or I would tell things to, we don't have a lot of pre-production meetings on our set.
Hmm.
I just tell pre-production at all. But that's a whole nother story. But I talk to Jordan, and then you and Jordan talk, and then you'll talk to me if needed.
Hmm.
But is what kind of workflow tends to work with you,
Um,
or is most helpful in preparing?
it's interesting. We were a little bit more jazzy in nature on our shoots. Let's put it that way.
Jazzy, I
Uh,
like that.
yeah, let's put it that way.
Yes.
Um, I would say my first workflow always is just communication. So I talk with the DP and the director, and I try to get the vibe and the feel of what they want. Again, like lighting is so controlled to the emotion, um, and the some direct and it's like, do you want it super stylized or do you want it more natural? And these are something directors are very passionate about. And when I'll hear that, and then the DP will give me the more specifics, like okay, how natural and how because like um, and then you get into those specifics. So once I get those, it's like mindsets, right? It's like, okay, I know for this whole shoot, we're doing very naturalistic lighting, maybe a couple stylized shoots, but in the naturalistic lighting, we don't want it so perfect that it no longer looks like a school, you know? So it's just like, we're having that conversation where it's like just that balance, where it's just like that little bit extra, but not too obvious. And then like once I had those guidelines, we were able to just kind of keep it. I think a good gaff, especially in the indie circuit. I'm a gaffer of the indies. I'll be honest. I've never like there's a certain level when you get where there's like mandatory shot lists. There's mandatory everything is organized to the T. I'm more like in we're a little bit more improv in nature. So like sticking to the frameworks and the overall vision as like a code is like where I try to stay.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. The point I was trying to make about the indies is like if you're an indie gaffer, talk to the DP a lot about time management because sometimes it's like, okay, we know, true.
Oh, you cut out. I can't hear you.
No,
Oh, now I can. Okay.
okay. But yeah, I was talking about time management on the indies. So it's like when you know you're a little bit more improv in nature, you need to have an honest conversation about time management, and then it's like it's like let's decide like because lighting is one of those art forms that can always get better, but it takes more time. And it's like, okay, we have 20 minutes to light this, and what we light is going to be good enough to move on because getting the story and those emotions through is very important. And so like never being a perfectionist with lighting, I think is a very important trait. Like the DP can I think be a more perfectionist, but the gaffer shouldn't. It's like, no, let's do what we can in this time frame. You know, that's how
Mhm.
I see it personally.
Okay. And how does a gaffer gain experience? Is it just being on set? Is that how you learned
Yeah.
lighting?
Yeah.
And you're like, you had to study at home lighting?
I
Is
didn't study lighting. It's I don't know. I've I started using my eyes and just it's just experience. I've worked under gaffers personally. I've worked under a lot of gaffers. Um shout out Matt Stoop, Don Henderson, Bill Pope, Edgar Gomez from LA. Um yeah, I've worked under some great people. Siraj, oh Siraj can be pissed. Oh well. Fuck.
yeah. Black Film Connect?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Cool. Well, we have about 10 minutes left. Is there anything you want to discuss about any projects you have coming up yourself, or um, anything you want to talk to the audience about acting or anything?
I'm mostly really excited for this film, and I'll be honest, I'm really really excited for um the feature after this, Sweet Chariot. I Because you gave me just an opportunity. I think that I'm just so eternally proud of. But I'm just, I honestly, I just want to, yeah, Mr. Advocate, and Sweet Cherry coming out. I think some of the biggest things I'm looking forward to. I have my own personal projects as well. I'm going to be directing my first short film this year. I am going to return to the stage soon. Um, Stand up was very much therapy for me, and it was interesting. Like, it's interesting to turn it into. It was always an art form in therapy. It's interesting when you have to try to turn it into like the money business aspect of it. When it's therapy, I just do whatever the fuck I want. When it's business, I need to be every week. It's different. Completely different frame of mind. Um, so yeah, it's something I'm just looking forward to doing all those things.
Okay, and you got a question here. Do you see your future as a gaffer or actor?
Um, Actor, director, honestly, because I have a yeah actor director. I see myself as a artist going places that people never really see coming. Personally,
Okay. Do you want to explain more?
nah, you'll see.
Okay, yes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
And since you have the experience, though, as a crew member, how do you think that shapes your acting and directing? Because you have a different, like, I'm not an actor, so I don't have that experience
Mhm.
as a director, but you, as a crew member and being an actor and a director as well, you've got, that all around.
Being a crew member is extremely helpful for directing. For acting, it gives you a very interesting kind of surreal experience where sometimes you have to really phase it all out. It's like, you know, so sometimes I felt things like actors will be standing in the pocket, crew members talking, blah, 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 28 millimeter, fly this, dolly out. And they probably have no idea what those words mean. And it's confusing. I know exactly every single dialogue. I gotta like be in the zone. Um, Obviously it keeps my respects. I was already humble before I became an actor, so it wasn't really an issue. But obviously, like my respect for the crew, like is the exact same as it was. It's like I think actors are the most blessed position on the set, honestly. So it's great to have that opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And since you mentioned Sweet Chariot, we can talk about it, even though Mr. Advocate is coming out first. We have a trilogy called The System, and Mr. Advocate. We filmed these three features last year. Mr. Advocate is the first film in the trilogy. Sweet Chariot is the second film in the trilogy, which will be released later this year or early next year. And in that film, Tehan plays the principal. In Mr. Advocate, he's played a dad. So you want to tell us about maybe the difference in the roles or what you liked or didn't like about your
um,
character as the
I
principal?
love my character. My character is a much more eccentric, kind of dude. Deeply passionate about the educational system, but it allowed me to like I can't spoil it, so I can't really talk about what I
You
tapped
can
into.
say a little bit though if you.
I'd rather not. I'd rather
Okay.
not. I'd rather really let people be surprised by it. Um, but it was such a beautiful space for me to open up and like because as a black actor, as a black man, just being able to be in a place of authority that's like where I get to be protective and like
Mm.
save other people from the experiences I've experienced. And it's nice to have an acting character that was in a position to help somebody else. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm processing, thinking about your character to help somebody else. Um.
Protective, I think. That's what I know. I thought my character was like protective of the school.
Oh
As a
yes, of the
principal.
school.
As a
Yeah.
principal, I'm protective of the kids and the school. It was nice
Right.
to create character like that.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the mom, and
The mom was protective of
your.
her. I mean, I didn't do that. I mean, we know
Yeah.
again.
No,
We're
I'm
not
thinking of.
spoiling nothing.
Yeah. I'm thinking of your encounter with the mom.
which
That's
was funny. I'm thinking about my monologue.
yes. Well, were you able to bring any your own school experience into either character?
That's in the monologue.
Say it again.
That's in the monologue.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. But oh yeah, yeah. You're right. Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
I remember
you
now. Yeah.
really ain't spoiling now. See, you're really trying to dance around it. No, it was amazing opportunity. I'm glad I got that chance, and that was also just like a call back to my kind of stand up storytelling experience that I was able to share that on camera. So I really do appreciate it.
Okay. And this trilogy deals with AI is the
Mhm.
theme. The first film is neutral on AI, and the other two films are talk about the challenges of AI systems in terms of tracking, surveillance, privacy concerns. Um, do you have any thoughts on any of how AI was presented in the films, or just in general in terms of the film industry?
Um, I don't. I think personally for kids, like if I had it my way, no one under the age of 16 should have a smartphone. And I think AI might be an extra symptom on top of that. I think I want kids to learn the internal first before they can interact with that. I'd be Sometimes I think we hesitate to teach children technology before we can teach them themselves. And trying to find that balance is I'm something I'd look into.
Mhm. Okay, awesome. We have one of your fellow actors, Andre, on the call.
Yo, what's up, Andre?
Yeah, who played the uh, school counselor.
Yeah, yeah, man, yeah.
Yep, yep. So awesome. If any closing thoughts you'd like to share with the audience, or
Oh, I don't got no catchphrase. Nah, I'm good. I appreciate y'all. Please go see Mr. Advocate. Just an amazing film, super passionate, super relevant to our conversations about how we engage with education, technology, and our children. So please go see this movie.
awesome. And yes, we are a screening at the Bravemaker Film Festival Saturday, July 11th at 11:30 a.m. You'll see the link in my bio. And we're also having a premiere in Richmond, California at a movie theater on Saturday, August 15th. Stay tuned for more information about that. Thank you so much, Tehan, for your time. You are awesome. Thank you for your contributions to the film. Seriously appreciate and your professionalism and just rocking with me in our jazzy
Yeah,
industry
Jazzy. Yeah,
set.
it's
I'm
actor mode.
learning,
I know.
learning as
That's
I
all it
go.
took.
Yeah, so I know I seriously appreciate you understanding my vision and why I had to execute last year the way I did, even though it wasn't perfect, but building with me and allowing me to learn too, because it's my first time doing stuff like this, so I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Yep. All right. Thanks. Have a good rest of your day.
I'll see you. Peace.
Bye bye. Thanks.